Have you ever wondered what animals you can find on a typical farm and what they are used for? It's a question that might have crossed your mind as you pass by those wide-open fields dotted with different creatures. Every animal on a farm has a role to play, a purpose to serve, and a product to offer. From the milk-rich cows to the feathery chickens, from the omnivorous pigs to the woolly sheep, each one contributes to the rhythm of farm life in its unique way. And let's not forget the agile goats, the hard-working horses, or the industrious bees. Each one, big or small, has a story to tell, a part in the symphony of the farmstead. These are the unsung heroes of our breakfast tables, our wardrobes, and our ecosystems. So buckle up as we embark on a fascinating journey to explore the animals you may find on a typical farm. First on our list are the cows. These bovine beauties are the backbone of many a farm, contributing significantly to our daily lives in ways we might not always consider. Let's start with dairy cows. These are the ladies you typically envision when picturing a farm scene. Their primary role? Milk production? These cows are the unsung heroes behind your morning bowl of cereal, your favorite cheesy pizza, or that creamy scoop of ice cream on a hot summer day. The average dairy cow produces around 6 to 7 gallons of milk a day. That's a whole lot of dairy goodness. Next, we have beef cows. They're raised primarily for their meat, which becomes the mouth-watering steaks and juicy burgers we all love. But it's not just about the meat. Did you know that nearly every part of a beef cow is utilized? From gelatin in your favorite candy to the leather used in making handbags and shoes, the contributions of beef cows extend far beyond our dinner plates. But it's not just about milk and meat. Cows also produce valuable byproducts. One of the most significant is leather. Yes, that's right. The leather jacket you flaunt, the comfy leather seats in your car, or even that fancy leather-bound book you love. They all could have started their journey on a farm. Cows also play a key role in maintaining the health of our soil. Through their manure, they return vital nutrients back to the earth, enhancing the soil's fertility and promoting the growth of lush, green pastures. However, it's not all work and no play for our bovine friends. Cows are social animals, often forming close friendships with their herd mates. They enjoy a good scratch, be it against a tree or a specially designed cow brush. So the next time you see a herd of cows lazily grazing in a pasture or hear the distant call of a moo, take a moment to appreciate these incredible animals. For without them, our farms, and indeed our lives, would look vastly different. Cows, therefore, are a vital part of a typical farm, providing us with milk, beef, and leather. Next, we have the chickens. Clucking, pecking, and roaming around the farm, chickens are a common sight that brings a sense of life and rhythm to the pastoral landscape. Chickens, with their diverse breeds and colorful feathers, are an integral part of a farm's ecosystem, serving multiple purposes that extend beyond the obvious. Chickens, as many of us know, are primarily raised for their eggs and meat. Egg-laying hens, often called layers, are prolific producers. Depending on the breed, a single hen can lay between 200 to 300 eggs a year. That's a steady supply of fresh eggs for the farmer's table, local markets, or even the neighborhood if the flock is large enough. But eggs are only part of the story. Chickens also provide a source of lean, protein-rich meat. Broiler chickens, specifically bred for their meat, are typically ready for the table after 6 to 7 weeks of careful tending. This quick turnaround makes raising chickens for meat an efficient enterprise, contributing significantly to the farm's sustainability and self-sufficiency. Chickens, however, are not just about eggs and meat. They are also nature's little pest controllers. As they scratch the ground for food, they gobble up insects, larvae, and other tiny creatures that could otherwise harm the farm's crops or spread disease. By doing so, they help maintain the balance of the farm's ecosystem, reducing the need for chemical pesticides. Moreover, their constant scratching and pecking at the ground help in turning the soil, aiding in its aeration, and their droppings serve as an excellent organic fertilizer, enriching the soil with essential nutrients. So, as we look at these feathered creatures, we see more than just a source of food. We see an integral part of the farm's cycle of life, a contributor to its health and productivity. From their early morning crowing to their twilight roosting, chickens are more than just farm animals. They are partners in farming, helping to sustain and enrich the land they share with us. Chickens not only provide us with eggs and meat, but also play a significant role in controlling pests on the farm. Moving on, we find pigs on many farms. Pigs are one of the most common farm animals, and they play an essential role in agriculture worldwide. While they might not have the pastoral charm of cows or the rustic allure of chickens, pigs are a vital part of many farming operations. Now, when we think of pigs, what springs to mind? For many, it's the delicious meat they provide, known as pork. Pork is a versatile and flavorful meat that fills our dinner tables in many forms. Whether it's a sizzling bacon strip at breakfast, a savory ham at holiday feasts, or a pulled pork sandwich at a summer barbecue, pork is an integral part of our culinary lives. But what makes pigs such a valuable asset for farmers? Well, it's their omnivorous nature. Pigs aren't picky eaters. They'll consume a wide variety of foods, which makes them efficient converters of feed into meat. This adaptability also means they can be raised on a diverse diet, including agricultural byproducts that might otherwise go to waste. And they're not just about meat. Pigs also provide other products like lard, used in cooking and baking, and leather used for a variety of goods. And then there's the manure. Pig manure is a powerful fertilizer, rich in nutrients that enrich the soil and help crops grow. So, where do these pigs live? Typically, they're raised in pens or pastures. Pens provide a controlled environment that's easier to manage, while pastures offer pigs a more natural setting where they can root around and forage. Each method has its benefits and challenges, and the choice often depends on the farmer's resources and philosophy. In the end, pigs are more than just the source of our breakfast bacon or dinner roast. They're hardworking members of the farm family, turning feed into food with remarkable efficiency. They're also a reminder of the interconnectedness of life on the farm, where waste becomes food, food becomes waste, and everything has a purpose. Pigs are the source of our delicious pork and are typically raised in pens or pastures. Sheep and goats are next on our farm tour. Sheep and goats, two of the most versatile creatures you'll find in a rural setting, are truly the jack of all trades of the farming world. They're not just there for their charming bleats and headbutts. Oh no, these animals provide us with a multitude of resources. Let's start with the sheep, shall we? These fluffy creatures are most commonly known for their wool. Sheared once a year, often in the springtime, their wool is a renewable resource that doesn't harm the sheep in the process. This wool is then spun into yarn, which is used to create a multitude of items, from warm sweaters to cozy blankets. But wool isn't the only thing sheep provide us with. Depending on the breed, sheep can also be a source of milk, which is often turned into cheese. And let's not forget about lamb and mutton, the meat that comes from these animals. It's a staple in many cultures' cuisines, from the roast lamb of a traditional British Sunday lunch to the spiced skewers of a Middle Eastern barbecue. Now let's turn our attention to the goats. Like sheep, goats can provide milk, meat, and even fiber. However, they have a few additional tricks up their sleeves. Thanks to their agility and adaptability, goats can thrive in environments that might be challenging for other livestock. Their penchant for climbing and their ability to consume a wide range of vegetation make them a great choice for maintaining landscapes and controlling weeds naturally. Goat's milk is often easier to digest compared to cow's milk, making it a popular alternative. Meanwhile, the meat from goats, known as chivan, is lean and flavorful. Some breeds of goats even provide us with luxurious fibers like cashmere and mohair. So you see, these two species do a lot more than just fill our farms with their playful antics and endearing bleats. Sheep and goats provide us with wool, milk, and meat, making them an essential part of a typical farm. Horses, a majestic sight on any farm. These graceful creatures with their flowing manes and strong muscular bodies are a symbol of strength and freedom. But beyond their aesthetic appeal, horses play a crucial role in the everyday workings of a farm. In the early days, horses were the main source of power on a farm, pulling plows to prepare fields for planting and carts laden with goods for market. Today, while tractors and machinery have largely taken over these tasks, horses still lend their strength in many farms, especially those that practice traditional methods of farming. Riding is another key purpose of horses on the farm. For farm owners and workers, riding a horse can be an efficient means of moving around large farm properties. It's not just practicality, though. Recreational riding is a popular pastime, with horses providing a wonderful way to unwind and connect with nature. Sport is another arena where horses shine on the farm. Equestrian activities like racing, dressage, and show jumping are popular worldwide, and many farm horses are specifically bred and trained for these sports. These horses, with their agility and speed, are an impressive sight to behold. While not as common in some cultures, horses are raised for their meat. Countries like France, Belgium, and Japan are known for their horse meat cuisine, seen as a delicacy in these parts of the world. In all these roles, horses bring something special to the farm environment. Their gentle nature and intelligence make them wonderful companions. Their strength and stamina make them invaluable work animals, and their speed and agility bring excitement and competition to the world of sport. Indeed, horses are not just beautiful creatures to admire from afar. They are an integral part of farm life, contributing in numerous ways to the functioning and enjoyment of the farm. So, the next time you see a horse grazing peacefully in a farm field, remember, they are not just there for their good looks. Horses are multi-purpose animals on a farm, used for riding, work, sport, and in some cultures for their meat. Lastly, let's not forget the ducks, geese, and the buzzing bees. Ducks and geese are more than just pretty faces on a pond. They are hard workers on contributing valuable resources to the farm's ecosystem. From their feathery bodies, we get eggs and poultry meat, both of which are staples in many of our diets. Duck eggs in particular are cherished for their rich, creamy yolk, a baker's delight. And if you've ever tasted a roast goose during a holiday feast, you'll know why they are raised for their meat. But their roles extend beyond the kitchen. Ducks and geese also play an essential part in pest control. These birds are natural foragers, always on the lookout for a tasty treat. And guess what? Slugs, snails, and a variety of insects are on the menu. By simply doing what comes naturally, they help keep the farm's insect population under control. Now, let's turn our attention to the smallest yet one of the most important farm dwellers, bees. These little creatures have a huge job. They are the farm's primary pollinators. As they flit from flower to flower, collecting nectar for honey, they also transfer pollen. This cross-pollination is a critical process in the life cycle of many crops, ensuring a good harvest. And let's not forget the golden treasure these buzzing creatures produce. Honey, nature's sweetener, is a versatile product used in everything from cooking to natural remedies. It's a sweet testament to the hard work of these tiny insects. But honey isn't the only thing we get from bees. Beeswax is another valuable byproduct, used in a variety of products like candles, cosmetics, and even food wraps. So as you can see, these feathered and buzzing residents of the farm contribute in more ways than one. They are an integral part of the farm's ecosystem, providing us with much-needed resources and services. Ducks, geese, and bees each play an essential role on the farm, providing us with eggs, meat, and honey, and helping with pest control and pollination. And that concludes our journey through a typical farm. As we've seen, farms are home to a wide variety of animals, each serving a unique and vital role. Cows, for instance, are not only a source of milk and beef, but their hides are also used to create leather, contributing to multiple industries. Chickens, on the other hand, are appreciated for their eggs and meat, with a bonus of natural pest control. They help maintain the balance in the farm environment by consuming insects and pests, making them an integral part of the farm ecosystem. Then we have pigs. These omnivorous creatures are primarily raised for their meat, which is widely consumed as pork. Their diet can include a variety of foods, making them adaptable to different farm conditions. Sheep and goats also greatly contribute to the farm's productivity. Sheep are known for their wool, which is sheared annually and used in clothing and textiles. Goats, besides providing milk and meat, may also produce fiber like cashmere or mohair. Their agility and ability to consume a broad spectrum of vegetation make them a valuable asset to any farm. Horses are a symbol of power and grace, used for various purposes from riding to working, and even sports like racing or show jumping. They might also be raised for their meat in certain cultures. Ducks and geese, like chickens, play a dual role of providing both eggs and meat. and helping with pest control. They are particularly effective in controlling insects and weeds in ponds and fields. And let's not forget about the bees, our tiny pollinators that are crucial for crop production. They also provide us with sweet honey and useful beeswax. Each farm is a unique blend of these animals, shaped by the type of farming operation and the products they produce. The versatility and adaptability of these animals is what makes a farm a thriving, productive ecosystem. Remember, every animal on a farm serves a purpose and contributes to the farm's overall productivity. Until next time, keep exploring.